don't really do beginner type of videos, but I'm really excited about this one. Hey ladies, I'm so excited to come to you today with a beginner type of makeup look. I am really excited because I just love teaching. On my channel, I do a lot of get ready with me videos, and I don't really sit down, talk to you ladies and teach you how to do makeup. I just kind of assume that everybody knows how to do makeup these days, but that's not necessarily the truth. So a lot of my friends have been asking me to do more of like talk through videos and teaching videos. So I'm gonna add more of those on my channel. So today is gonna be one of those. If you really wanna know how to get more of like a minimalistic look, are you really jumping into makeup? So you want to know how to get like a no makeup type of look and to do it flawlessly, then this is the video that you wanna watch. And I'm gonna show you how I put on my foundation, how I prime my face, basically everything that I do on my face, but it is gonna be beginner friendly. So it's not gonna be a whole lot of eyeshadow use. I really didn't even use any eyeshadow in this video, but you can still get a flawless face with being really minimal. This is for the people that is just getting into makeup or just want something that's going to be more of like an everyday type of look. Nowadays everybody's going dramatic with like a lot of color, a lot of highlight. Everything is just pretty much over the top, and you want to know how to do something for every day, or you just want to learn how to get to that stage. This is going to be the anchor to get you there. But of course, I do all types of looks. So if you want to see any of my looks and you want to follow me on my day-to-day, and follow me on Snapchat as well as Instagram, it's KimAllure, the same as my YouTube channel name. I will have it listed in this video as well as in the description box below. All products used is going to be listed in the description box below. And let's go ahead and jump right into it. I hope you ladies enjoy. Oh, and one more thing. All products used in this video are going to be drugstore products, so they're going to be really super affordable for you beginners. So check out the description box. So let's get this going. The first thing that I'm going to do, let me put some lip gloss on first because my lips are really dry. So the first thing to do is to prime your skin. So even if you're a beginner to makeup, you still want to prime your skin. And for a primer that I normally use from drugstore is the Revlon Photo Ready Primer, but I ran out of that, and now I just strictly go high end because I am like super oily. But what I'm gonna use is what you probably, I don't know if you've seen it already, but it's just the Nivea Shea Balm for Men, which is a substitute for a primer. Since I don't have my Revlon, I'm gonna use this. There's really good reviews on using the Nivea Shea Balm for Men, but I don't know. I haven't really seen a difference, so we're gonna try it out again today. I even put it on my eyebrows because when using an eyebrow pencil, to me it's a whole lot easier when you can feel the pencil gripping the skin. So I prime my eyebrows also. Let's move on. So now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and move to eyebrows. Favorite eyebrow pencil to date is the ColourPop eyebrow pencil because of course it has the little pencil on the end and then the brush at the tip, and I used both of them. So what I'm gonna do is pretty much outline my brows, and I outline the top first, draw a line, then outline the bottom, draw a line, and then I fill them in. So that's the top. Let me draw the bottom line. Just like that, and then I pretty much fill them in. Now you want to go with lighter strokes towards the nose. Go with lighter strokes, and even if it gets a little bit too dark, it's okay because that's what the spoolie is for on the other end. And you just comb through it to kind of fade it. And that's how you get the brow shape, and then you can, which I'm gonna do is to clean them up with concealer. But that's pretty much the brow shape. Now for a beginner, what I would recommend is do not grow out your eyebrows and then start doing your eyebrows, because that'll be a whole lot harder. You wanna at least have a brow shape, so go somewhere where they either thread your brows or tweeze your brows or wax your brows, whatever, to get the shape that you have, and then follow the shape that you have. And then when you start doing your eyebrows more and more, you'll be able to create the shapes that you want. Now I'm going to use some concealer to clean them up, and I am going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn to clean up my brows. LA Girl Pro Concealers, y'all should know these things are bomb. You can get them from like your local beauty supply store, and I believe they're only like $2. These things are everything. So I'm just gonna outline my brow. Drag it down. You drag it down a little bit to start your blending. And then I use a fluffy brush to kind of blend that out. Blend for your life, baby. Blend for your life. See how clean that looks? Looks amazing. Y'all can do it. So those are my brows today. They're pretty fleeked out for today. I'm gonna do, so anyone that has discoloration or any type of acne scars, you definitely want to color correct, and I'm gonna color correct with no other than the LA Girl Pro Concealer in orange, which is really good for covering up any type of discoloration and dark spots. The thing about this particular concealer is it dries really, really quickly. So you want to move quickly with it. So only put it on a small area first, blend that out, and I'm blending it with the e.l.f. powder brush, which is a very, very affordable brush that you can get from the drugstore as well. A very, very good beginner friendly brush. So I'm gonna use that and just kind of blend out some of my discoloration. You don't have to do every single thing, because with makeup, it depends on what you're going for. If you want a flawless look, then yeah, color correct everything. If you're doing it more of an everyday look, which more of beginners go for, then don't color correct everything. Leave some of your flaws, which I'm gonna do today. Now I'm just gonna lastly color correct my eyelid, since I'm not really gonna be using eyeshadows for my look today. So I'm gonna color correct my lid. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some foundation, and the foundation that I'm gonna be using is the Revlon Photo Ready foundation, and it's in the color Mocha. This is my favorite, my absolute favorite drugstore foundation right now. And I hate to say this word, but I'm gonna squirt a little bit on my face. I'm almost out. And to make things easy, I'm gonna go back in with my e.l.f. powder brush and blend in the foundation. Go a little bit on my eyelid. Now we're gonna go with highlighting, and the concealers that I'm going to use to highlight, LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm using two different concealers. I'm going to be using Fawn and also Espresso, so I mixed the two. And for highlighting, I do underneath my eye. This one's Fawn. And you do it in a triangle underneath your eye, an upside down triangle. Down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead and my chin, and then I go around the nose above the mouth. Now one of the best investments is a beauty blender. I'm going to be using, of course, my Black Beauty Blender sponge. So even if you're a beginner, the Beauty Blender is so many different things. It can be used to apply your concealer to blend it out, and also your foundation to blend it out, to put on your powder. It can be used as everything for the full face, and you don't really have to buy brushes. So I'm going to use this to blend out my concealer. And my beauty blender is damp. I forgot to say that. Now it's time to apply powder, and for the sake of us doing drugstore, I'm going to be using a drugstore powder. I have not used this before, so hopefully it will do the job. I normally use my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, but I picked up the Black Radiance powder. It had two powders in it, and it's the Custom Coverage Foundation powder, and this one says lighter and this one says darker. So I'm going to use the lighter one and hopefully this comes out right. Same Beauty Blender sponge. And I'm gonna go ahead and set those areas where I apply the concealer. This one is actually pretty good. It gives you more of like an everyday type of highlight instead of going with like the yellow one that you see so many people doing. Especially if you have like darker skin, this one is really good for every day. I'm liking it. I'm also gonna put a little bit on my eyelid to set my foundation that I put on top. I'm actually liking this powder. This powder is pretty good. I'm going back in with Black Radiance, and this is their pressed powder in Ebony. I'm gonna use this to contour. And to contour, I'm gonna show you, of course, the areas that I contour, but I normally do a fish face. And the hollows of your cheek is where you actually put the contour. So, blending back and forth. I'm gonna take it around the temples or my hairline, whichever you wanna call it. And I do that in like circular motions. I'm gonna contour the sides of my nose a little bit. Now with this, you go with the light hand because you don't want like a really, really defined line going down your nose. So do it with the light hand. And for my chin, I like to have definition for my chin. So I go in like a V shape to kind of taper it. So as you can see, it gave you a little bit of cheekbones. If you don't have cheekbones, baby, they will chisel your cheekbone. Now what I'm gonna be using for blush, I'm actually gonna be using CoverGirl. Can y'all see that? I have nothing in here, and I have a brand new one that I purchased online, but I'm trying to use every bit of this before I open the other one. I'm gonna be using the CoverGirl Ebony Bronzer, and I am gonna be using that as blush today. I love it as blush because it gives me more of like a natural flush of color. Do the same thing, like you make this funny face. I don't know what type of face it is, but you make this type of face. You can see the cheeks, the apples of your cheeks, and then you apply the blush on the apples of your cheeks. You can smile. Fabulous. Let's go ahead and move on to the eyes, and then we'll do highlights. So what I'm going to be using is going to be my NYX liquid liner, and it's the matte liquid liner. This is my favorite drugstore liner to date, and I don't use any other liner besides this. I don't have a high-end one that I use. I just use the NYX matte liquid liner. So if you haven't tried it, try it. And I get mine from Ulta. This thing is amazing. It has like this felt tip here, so it's very, very easy to apply your liner. And for beginners, what I would do is just to outline your eye. You don't have to worry about doing like wing liner right now, just outline your eye. So the next part is optional. Well, everything in this video is pretty much optional. You do what you want to do and what works for you. But I am going to line my waterline, and I'm going to be using a pencil liner. You want to use a pencil liner for your waterline. You do not want to use like a liquid liner or a felt tip liner, because it's not safe to use in your waterline and it burns, trust me. So use a pencil liner if you are going to line your waterline or your bottom lash line. And I'm gonna be using my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara for my top and bottom lashes. So now it's time to highlight, and what I'm going to be using for highlight is going to be my Milani Baked Bronzer in Golden. And this gives me like a really, really natural highlight. And I put that on top of my blush where the light is actually going to reflect. And you can see, look at that. Love this drugstore highlight. Love Milani Baked Bronzer. Gives you a really, really natural type of highlight. So pretty. Y'all, I'm really loading this on because this stuff is so pretty. Now, of course, your lippy doesn't matter. With this type of look, you can wear any type of lipstick that you want to wear. You can do nudes, pinks, purples, oranges. It really doesn't matter what you want to use because the look is so minimalistic and it looks natural and very, very, just very gorgeous. So yeah, so this is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you ladies in another video. Bye.